Hello, hello, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. It has been forever. I know. And you are always so gracious with me as we're, traveling and doing all these things. I know I had said we were going to go get the solar put on in the last video, and we did. We left on Monday, and we came back on Friday. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. We got pretty sick, and there was really no way I was going to be able to film because of coughing and just having a lot of issues with whatever. I thought it was my allergies, and I do think some of it was my allergies, but there were definitely some other issues going on that I won't go into detail about, but I'm on the mend, and hopefully it will hurry up and go away. So I apologize if I sound a little labored in my breathing. I am. But anyway, so I have not worked on this a whole lot. I did work on it a little bit when we were down in Quartzsite. I set up on the tailgate of the truck because I forgot the folding table in the kids' garage. So I will show you that eventually, but I just wanted to kind of continue to work on this. I'd really like to get it done. I mean, it's already December, 4th, I think. Let me double check what day it is. Yeah, it's already December 4th. Clearly, I'm not getting this done as quickly as I would like. And to be perfectly honest, I still have to finish my Christmas swap journal, which is what I should be working on today. But I really just kind of wanted to mess around with this a little bit for a little while. But I will get the other journal out. I actually have my rigid totes open and on the bed, and I've kind of taken over. And Mark is being very sweet and saying that he's basically going to leave me alone today so I can craft. Which he's been really good about being supportive and having me, go ahead and do whatever. So it's been great. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. For those of you that celebrate in November, I know, Bernice, you had mentioned that your Thanksgiving is, I believe you said, in October. So it was different here because it's not what we typically do for our Thanksgiving, and but we still had a nice time around some lovely people. It was just a lot, and anyway, we have been able to visit our mother-in-law now, which has been wonderful, and I'm just going to get a game plan here, and when I come back, we will be working on a page. Okay, so did I say hello, and I hope you all are doing well? I don't even know if I did. Mark just came back in. Oh my goodness. So, okay, so I think what we're going to do is, what is that? Oh, eBay. Oh, that reminded me. Okay, squirrel, right? Okay, so I have this really pretty sparkly paper. Hopefully that's not hard on your eyes to see that. I don't know where it's from. It's got kind of a shiny back on it. Anyway, and I have this really pretty piece of trim that I got from Sheila. And so I think I'm going to do another belly band. I was going to put just the lace on there, but I don't think it's substantial enough to hold my image, which I have here is just an image of one of the Christmas books on a piece of coffee dyed paper. And I haven't trimmed it down because I'm thinking I might put some trim across here. I did try to get somewhat organized before I started this morning. Ooh, like that would be really pretty around across there. So that is what we're going to do. Oh yeah, I think just a few of those roses across the top of there would be really pretty. And that would give us a nice extra journaling space spot. I know you're supposed to do in 3s. So maybe we'll just do 3 and center it on there. But what I'm wanting is just a small overhang here. I know we already did one with this shiny silver on the other one, the other paper. I think that was in the second signature, so let me double check that I'm not doing 2 in the same signature. I am not. Okay, we're good. And then this one I want to do, how about I think about 3.5 inches is going to be perfect. So we're just going to go 3.5 inches on this, and then we'll cut it down to size. So I hope everybody's doing well. Have you, if you celebrate Christmas, have you begun your Christmas shopping? Are you done? Are you one of those people that's done before Thanksgiving? I used to be. I'm not anymore. I'm really bad now about getting my Christmas shopping done. And I'm having fun because, like my daughter-in-law and we went shopping yesterday for a little bit. And I was getting some stuff for the grandkids, which was a lot of fun because I don't have to worry about shipping it this year, which is fantastic. So I'm going to glue this lace to the paper first. And the reason I'm doing that is because hopefully you can see that is hanging over just a little bit. And I want to try to get those flowers centered on there. And then we can trim the excess off. And then I'm not trying to trim that while it's actually glued to this page. I am going to use my 3-in-1 on the fabric bit, but because the back of this is kind of shiny, I am going to use my, what is it called? Art glitter glue. I apologize that I am still a little under the weather. It's just it's a little crazy with, do I want to leave that as a belly band too, as a double? No, I don't think I do, because the whole reason I was doing this is to stabilize this lace, well, and that page. So actually, I could leave that as a double. So maybe we will, and then that'll just give us a nice place to tuck something small. Yeah, let's do it. I went and asked my daughter-in-law this morning if she had acetone to thin this. I'm almost done with this bottle. Oh, look, I just said I was going to leave it, and I almost didn't. Oy, oy, oy. All right. So anyway, so yesterday she and I went shopping for a while and got some, I did mostly like artsy kind of stuff for the grandkids because they do seem to really like doing crafty type things, and I want to encourage that because creativity is so important. And like our granddaughter, she loves math and stuff like that. So, but she loves to create. She loves to draw. So I did get her some art supplies that she does not currently have. So hopefully she'll like what I chose. And I'm kind of doing like a joint thing for them. Here comes Mark again. So I'm going to pause you just a second. All right, he was coming in for some keys. Okay, so anyway, I have, I think, a cute little mix of things for them. I just have to get it all wrapped. I haven't wrapped anything yet. And then at some point this week, we're gonna go back over to my mother-in-law's, and she has asked me to help her decorate, but I think she was gonna try to get her tree up this weekend. Last night we went to the Prescott Valley Civic Center. They had a big like lots of lights, and they had he came in again. I was looking for my glue eraser. I got glue on the bottom of this, but I guess it's not going to matter because we're gluing it to a page and it's not going to impede the page itself. Okay, anyway, so they had like, excuse me, all the trees around the Civic Center had all these beautiful lights and all the traditional colors, red, green, white. It was just so pretty. They had all these bouncy houses. Oh my gosh, like tons of bouncy houses. And so the kids were just like into all the bouncy houses. And one of them was like way too grown up for them. It was like dodgeball. Oh, I wasn't going to use this. It was dodgeball and like basketball and I don't even know what, but my granddaughter came out pretty upset because a big kid drilled her in the face and she was not very happy about that. But it was funny because, I mean, her face was red. She did get hit pretty good. But she comes back over after going into a different bouncy house and says, "Mom, is my nose bleeding?" We were like, "No." So it must have been bothering her. So I don't know if she asked about her nose bleeding to just get extra attention so we would know that it hurt, or if it really was hurting like that bad. But she's a champ. She just went right back for more in a different bouncy house. And we got food from food truck. My grandson won't eat pizza, so I took him to a different food truck and we got corn dogs, which was not the best of ideas for me and my stomach, but at least he ate some of it. And then everybody else got pizzas to share, but really interesting. My grandson won't eat pizza, and I just find that to be so interesting. I've never heard of a child who won't eat pizza. But not him. He will not eat it. Not even the cheese and stuff and pick it off there. He does not like it. Ooh, look at this is elevation change issues. Can you see that? All of my stuff is like behaving very strangely. Because I haven't opened my glue since we were at the lower elevation. So it's got a lot of pressure built up in there. And it's just oozing, and my 3-in-1 didn't do that, but boy, this is sure doing it. What a waste. Oh, there, got an air bubble out, so maybe it'll stop. Oh my. Okay, so let's release some air. Thank you. Goodness. Okay, so that was last night, and we watched the parade, it was an okay parade. It wasn't the best Christmas parade I've ever seen, but some of the decorations were plenty cute on the vehicles and stuff. And then we were having hot chocolate, and of course the Grinch was in the parade multiple times, and the kids love the Grinch. And then what was the other thing I was gonna say? I don't know. It was so cold though. Oh my goodness, it was super cold. I need to do something on the back of this page too, because again, that's that vintage music paper, and we definitely want to protect that. So I'm gonna give this side a minute to dry. Let's set it over here, which over here is just to the side on my table. And then let's get this embellished. And I think 3 of those is going to be sufficient, because 4 is actually going to be a little too long. So we're going to go with 3. So in quartzite, that's where we went for the solar, which we did get installed. And that is quite an interesting place. It is not on my bucket list of places to return to. Is that diplomatic enough? It's very transient feeling. They say like 100,000 RVers go there in the winter, and so we could have stayed for 2 weeks. We stayed for I think we were there 4 nights, because we got there Monday. Solar went on Tuesday. Yeah, and we spent Tuesday, and we spent Wednesday and Thursday trying to figure out if it was charging and just what it looked like, and just it was nice temperatures, so we just kind of vegged for a couple days, and it was windy though, so it was hard to sit outside and create or anything. And since we forgot our table, we didn't even sit outside and play chess or anything. But anyway, and so we came back up on Friday, which was a really pretty drive. We came up a different way than we went down. We went down through Phoenix, but we came back up through Yarnell, and it was really just very, very pretty drive. But anyway, quartzite is very transient. It is, let me get my stamps here. So they say 100,000 people go there every winter, and we were just basically parked out in the dirt in the forest. It's BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, and so we were just parked out there, and it was dusty and windy, and just the dust was certainly not good for me. But anyway, it was kind of cool. I mean, you can rock hound out there and find geodes, and there's all kinds of quartz. So if you do follow me on Facebook, you would have seen my desert art post, and those were things that people had built in the desert just out of the quartz that they found. So I thought that was really, really neat. And I was just trying to figure out what stamp I wanted to put in here, and I think I'm just going to do this one. And so anyway, that was kind of cool. And we just found those because we were trying to walk around the one morning and just walk instead of being kind of stagnant. And so anyway, that was really pretty. And just interesting to see. So, ooh, I have, where is my other ink thingy? Hang on. It's in the other room. We're already at 15 minutes. My goodness. Let's see. That better. Might be too shiny. Okay, so I have this Versamark. It's like a chalk ink, and I've not ever used it. So let's try it, but I need to test it on a scrap of paper first. Okay, let's test it here on a scrap paper. See what it does. Ooh, hey. That's attached. Ooh, that's really squishy. That is very squishy ink. Goodness gracious, wet. Ooh, but I like the color. Yep. Okay, so let me make sure we get just this bottom word here inked. And just lightly ink it and not squish it on there. And then I'm just gonna go right here in the corner. Oh, you know what? That's not going to be soft enough to push through there. Let's double this over. I just want to give that a little bit of cushion under there. Okay. Boop. All right. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, I say that. I know I haven't pulled that up yet. Oh, yeah. That's going to be pretty. That's just a nice soft color. And I like that. I'm still fiddling with the lights, so I do have light on, but not the overhead light that was giving me the big problems yesterday. And then I have this IdeaWorks little collapsible light that I have in my retreat stuff that I carry in my rigid boxes. So I'm hoping that's helpful. And the sun is coming out a little bit, so we do have some natural light going on. So hopefully it's not too terrible. I left the whole thing back there. No, I didn't. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's clean our stamp off. And then we'll tuck that in our pocket when it's dry. And then I want to work on that other page. And I did notice when I went to go get this and restarted, we're already at 15 minutes. I'm like, where does the time go? But I do miss not filming. And I know I said in the last video, it is kind of weird when you haven't filmed for a while and then you try to come back to it. There is a layer of a level of nervousness and I don't want to say uncertainty, but there is a level of nerves that go into it because you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't filmed in so long. What do I talk about? What do I say? And I do have my heat tool, but I guess I should. I want to make sure that's good and set before I close that and stick it in the pocket. So let me get my heat tool and dry this, and then I'll come right back. So that's dry. I could just, before I dried it, I could just see little like dots where it was still wet, and I didn't want it to smudge. No smudging today, please. All right, so we're gonna slide that in there. Or, you know what, I'm gonna slide that one in there. So I want you to kind of be able to see that. And then behind here, what we will do is, what are we gonna do? What shall we do? So let's move that out of the way. Oh, my heat tool. I haven't used it in a while and it was stinky. Goodness. Okay. So I bought, when my daughter-in-law and I were shopping yesterday, I bought a pack of, canvases. And I want to make a Christmas mixed media project to hang up. Then if I told her, I said, well, because I need some decoration in here. My little tree is so sad. My little tree is so sad. But I said, I need some decoration in here. more than what I have. So I think I might try to make a mixed media canvas that's Christmassy. And then and maybe I'll give it to her when we're done. So I'm not trying to haul that across country. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. But, ooh, now we could put the Santa in there and fold him and have him pull out, couldn't we? We really could. That's a thought. I know I have made pieces of ephemera. I keep moving all this around. This is not as easy as crafting at home, I will tell you that, because at home I just leave it all laying everywhere, as you guys know, and here I can't do that. I have to put stuff away when I'm done, and it's really hard to get back in the finding where I'm at and the groove and what am I doing. And so, okay, yeah, see, that's gonna be too hidden. I want that there. Should we put a tab on that of some sort? I don't think so, but I do think whatever I do here, it needs to have a tab so it kind of sticks out. And I think this is, I know I keep going back to this. This is 10 inches. So if I score this at 5 inches, that's gonna stick out on both sides and give us a little bit of interest and background behind that. And that'll be really pretty behind there, I think, because that's what you're gonna see. So let's cut this to, I'm sure I took up a 1/4 inch on top and bottom with glue. So that would be about 7 3/4. So let's cut this at 7.5 inches. I think that will give us, oops, plenty of room. And 7.5 inches. Then that'll be, ooh, that'll make a good pocket or band somewhere. Okay. And then score. Look, I was prepared. I even had my scoreboard out. Excuse me, goodness. So that's 10. So we said 5. So valleys make mountains. So I want to actually score this on this side at 5. Okay. So that's going to be scored at 5 inches. And then set that aside. And I think, do I want to round those corners? Maybe. But I do want to ink around this. And I will off screen, but what I want to do is put some sparkle on the reindeer and stuff. Because it really brings this paper to life when you do that. If I do have my embossing pen. If I knew where my clear embossing powder is it in here? I have my, this is my one bin with the, ooh, look at that. Okay, that's clear. That's not the glittery one, but that's okay because that would just give us a little bit of shimmer on here. Oh, I do love these. What is that one? That's the sticky one. That's not what we want. There's the other ink blobber. Okay. So let me decide if I'm going to paint it with my glacier paste and stuff, which has been working beautifully. It's been working beautifully. I'll show you. Let me find the page that I did the other day when I was working on this down at Quartzsite. Oh my gosh, the wind was blowing. My papers were trying to fly everywhere. It was such a crazy experience trying to work on the bed of the truck. But I managed to get something done. And then I was laughing because I was doing a Christmas scene in the middle of the desert and it was just really awkward. But I managed. There it is. So see, I took and I you can see it just enhances it, and like the greetings I put glossy accents over, and then in that pocket I put that piece that we made when I was still back in Ohio. And I decided not to put anything on the front of it just because I like that pop of color there. And then I did that pocket, but I haven't embellished it, and that needs something, but I was just finding things to put in pockets also. So I'm not going to flip through all of that just yet. I just want to keep moving along with the page that we're on. So let me get this kind of embellished. I am. I'm going to get this embellished. I'll take my Jelly Roll pin to Happy Christmas, get the reindeer embellished, and then I will be back and then show you what that's going to look like. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. So hopefully you can see in that last segment, I mean, it's a little tedious to put the stickles and stuff on there. I don't know if you saw my wet wipe over here. You know, things were clogging and spewing out. And again, some of that I know is elevation change from going down to quartzite, because quartzite is like, I can't remember, it was 600 or 900 feet above sea level, and where we are right now is 4,000 or 5,000 feet above sea level. We're not as high as Prescott, but still, it's quite a bit higher than down there. So it does impact things. But I just added some shimmer and glimmer to that. So I'll set this aside and let it dry, and clearly my wipe got on there, so I'll have to make sure that's flat. But when we open, oh, I forgot to do Happy Christmas. Hello. Well, let's do Happy Christmas, and then we'll set it aside to dry. Okay, so now I'll set that aside and let it dry. And I need to figure out what I'm going to do for a pull on this. And honestly, I think I don't know what I want to do, and I'm still not sure that I don't want to round these corners, but I do need to ink around this, and I think I'm going to ink it in brown just to make it kind of pop as a scene. This is a page that you could go on and on and on with, either embossing or just embellishing, because there's so much detail in the page that you could bring out. But I'm not going to. I'm going to just let Santa and the reindeer be the focal point on this. But I don't want to smudge or mess anything up, so I am going to set it aside to dry. I did use the stickles on the Happy Christmas. It isn't perfect, but I like it. It's sparkly, and I think it just goes with the whole scene. So I'll set that aside. And then we have to figure out what we're going to do on the back side of this page, because I do want to just stabilize it. And actually with that cardstock folded in half in there, I probably don't even have to do anything. So we'll just move on to another page. I don't have anything in there, but I did have some pieces that I made out of book pages, and I don't know why that paper clip's there. I obviously moved something. Let's see here. I don't know what I want to do to those. I still have stenciling to do, obviously, and some stamping and just some backgrounds. I do think I want this to be kind of a more simple journal, because I want it to have time. I want there to be room for memories and stuff in here. You know, it is a Christmas journal, and I think it's important to have space to put your memories and whatever in here for, like, if you do a December daily or, you know, whatever. That could be kind of cute poked out around there. Let's just cut a piece of this off. And then this piece will be the last piece that we do in this video. I do know I plan to speed up where I did the stickles, but on here we are over, you know, the 30 minutes, and I do try to keep it at 30 minutes for the purpose of uploading the videos. Now here on the kids internet, when I did do the last two videos, I couldn't believe how quickly they uploaded, but I'm just gonna kind of think maybe that was a fluke thing, because it uploaded in less than 10 minutes. And as you guys know, when I'm at home, it can take up to 2 hours for 30 minutes to upload. So, and they are home and they are watching TV today, so, you know, that might have something to do with it. Do I like that there? I don't know if I do. But it does need something. I do like that, but what about a piece of this behind there? So I don't know, like I said, if that was like an anomaly or why it uploaded so quickly. I mean, I was grateful, don't get me wrong, but no way. Too bright. Okay, we are just going to put it on there. I'll ink around that in some brown. Oh, I forgot to do the Santa page in brown. Where's my brown ink? I covered it. So are you guys working on December dailies? What are you doing? I have the prompts for December, and I was going to do it again this year, but clearly I'm not doing it. I can't wrap my head around that and this, and I was challenged by Jenny Embry to do a Rustic 7 challenge. So Mark and my mother-in-law have gathered some things for me. Mark just needs to dwindle it down to 7. And I have to use these non-crafty items. I'm allowed to use cardstock and graph paper from my stash, and then I have to use the items that they have gathered for me and create a tag out of it. So he does have a stash of stuff. I just need him to dwindle it down. So hopefully I can get that done this week and uploaded for you at some point. I'm looking forward to that. It's not Christmassy, it's just something fun, and the challenge, I think, is I think it's going to be fun to have the challenge. Like, I can use my art supplies or whatever, but I can only use, as far as paper stuff, the cardstock and the graph paper. So that, I think, is just really going to be an interesting challenge, and I'm looking forward to doing it. He just had to finish gathering, and then we had to get home, and I wanted to get this uploaded for you. I'm going to, like I said, try to finish my Christmas swap journal later. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to kind of keep working on this since everything's here. And then the Rustic 7 challenge I will be working on by the end of the week. I feel bad because I haven't done it yet. But when she challenged me, I told her it would be a while before I would be able to get to it, just by the nature of everything. And she was like, don't worry about it. Get to it when you can. So I'm going to get to it when I can and not stress about it. All right, so we've got that pocket that's kind of done. This pocket, let's see, that's still drying. Okay, so I guess I will end this video here. I will continue to work on this. I'll come back in the next video when there is something to share other than just me rambling and using stickles and glitter. I have to stop it. I'm never going to get this done. And like I said, I want to kind of make sure I'm balanced where I am, and I don't know how much more I'm going to put into it. We do need to figure out our closure. I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work. And, oh, we have to do our topper too. But I know I was going to use corrugated cardboard and that bunny piece. So I will dig that bunny piece out and I will get it glittery because it's going to get glitter. And then I will come back in the next video and see where we kind of are. So thank you for joining me. Please, please, please know that I do appreciate feedback and comments. I love hearing, what are you doing? What are you working on? What are your ideas? And stuff like that. So please share. I appreciate the time that you take to leave me comments. It means a lot to me. Thank you again for your grace and how long it's taking me in between videos. I am trying to get in a groove. We haven't found one yet. So I will share with you as I find my groove. So thanks and have a great day. Bye.